What's your name? Tell the people, who are you? What's your name?
Paul.
What's your name?
Paul Harvey Oswald. Paul Harvey Oswald.
Paul Harvey
Oswald.
Paul Harvey Oswald. Paul Harvey Oswald.
Paul
Harvey Oswald.
And who is Paul Harvey Oswald?
Who is a good question.
It's a mystery.
Paul Harvey Oswald is difficult to explain.
It's amazing, it's astounding, it's easy. Okay, it's a mystery.
We're still struggling with this.
Who is Paul Harvey Oswald? Well, in short, he's many people and nobody at the same time. Decades before the concept of going viral existed, a Rockford art collaborative was making experimental and sometimes bizarre videos like these, and then thrusting them into public spaces like the annual On the Waterfront Festival.
Sampling. We were pre-computer in those days, so everything was analog, and we just hit random sounds and played random images. Nobody knew what the heck was going on, including us. Probably the highlights during those years were on the waterfront, so we would do these large projections on the side of a building to a crowd that, again, had no idea what we were up to or why we were even included in that. So we stopped a few people in their tracks and then also attracted a lot of people that really enjoyed the video.
Now, the artists behind the pre-viral videos are part of a retrospective at Rockford Art Museum called Analog, Rockford's decade of creative rebellion. It looks back at the area's artists from the 1990s, including Paul Harvey Oswald.
Basic definition would be it's a loose group of artists, individuals that came together to express their outlook on life or the world through like audio-visual short movies.
They made those movies by stitching together videos to create their own narrative. And while that may not seem like a novel idea now, they were doing it back when they had to physically cut together VHS tape.
The way that we had done it was collecting those samples. We didn't know how they would go together, but you created this library and then they found their way to kind of put themselves together. It's like when you hear a mashup where two songs are put together or something, it really, you know right away if it's going to work and how it feels. It goes all the way back to the Dada and surrealistic movement where people would take books and cut up sentences in the book and then throw them up in the air and rearrange them. It's that same idea of cutting and pasting.
And it works by taking the picture and sound of without permission, chopping them up into tiny bits, then rearranging them in almost random order. They're you.
They've been rearranging your words to make you say something that they wanted you to say, and then they've transmitted it.
I guess you could say now we're sort of like meme lords, and maybe that's too strong of a way to put it, but that's probably the best analogy that I can come up with, except that memes are generally considerably shorter. You know, maybe if it's even video, it might be 5 seconds or 10 seconds at the most. But it's not really a meme. It's not really, we're not trying to go there. I'm not sure what memes are supposed to do, but it seems like they're kind of like jabbing at people a lot. We do that, but it's more tongue-in-cheek than a meme is.
Those videos could be funny or political, even taking aim at when Rockford found itself on the wrong side of the headlines.
Rockford, Illinois.
This town needs an enema.
Don't you think it's a little rude to criticize?
Rockford is a hellhole.
Now, we're not talking just about the city, are we? We're talking about the metropolitan area.
Yes, sir. Rockford at the bottom of the list again when it comes to the best cities in America.
Stop the negative talk about the city.
At one point in time, there were 12 members, and everyone brought a little something different to it. For a while, we didn't know if Paul Harvey Oswald was 3 people. So one of our first show flyers, I had 3 mannequins, and we were gonna make it Paul Harvey and Oswald, and then it kind of merged with this one image, which is a bust in the show, and it's a mannequin from the 1940s made out of terracotta. It was a prototype, and I like that idea of the bust being made out of clay and malleable and not a real person. We call him an unperson, but a perfect face for Paul Harvey Oswald.
The name is a mashup of longtime radio broadcaster Paul Harvey and John F. Kennedy's assassin Lee Harvey Oswald.
We're more aware probably of the name and kind of got that. Like, it seems weird. I don't quite understand what that is, you know, in their minds, but they at least knew something had been jammed together. And I had always said, if you understand that concept, then you kind of kind of get the whole premise of what we do.
Will social networks of the future draw humanity together or divide us?
When we've done some posting for Paul Harvey Oswald, we've received comments like, boy, we need you now more than ever. It's a rich environment for fair use and poking back at kind of the establishment.
Let's watch up, Mouse.
There are people who believe the world is radically different than how it appears on television. Would you like to be one of them? Would you like to be one of them? Would you like to be one of them? Would you like to be one of them?